My talking points are going to sound familiar because the facts haven't changed. There's one main role of the public education system, and that is to create a safe environment to educate and prepare students to enter a career and be productive citizens of society. The fact that the administration would propose AR 103 shows a lack of priorities here at PV. We know kids' brains are not fully developed until they're 25. Yet here we are, the adults, talking about putting our children in a situation they are not emotionally, intellectually, or mature enough to handle. People ask, why is anxiety so high in children these days? Not only at PV, but across the country. It's quite clear. We are expecting children to give up their innocence and right to privacy. I ask those on the board and those in the room tonight, are you willing to change in co-ed locker rooms with your peers and colleagues? As an adult, are you willing to give up your right to privacy? What level of depravity and insanity have we reached in society that adults believe it is acceptable for children to give up their innocence? I was talking to a mom in the district. She made a great point. When did we stop following the science? 4 short years ago, we were told to follow the science. We wore masks. We stayed 6 feet apart because that's what the science said was right. The district made arduous accommodations for students that could not wear masks due to medical conditions. The accommodations were not convenient and made students not wearing masks feel singled out. But there were no exceptions to the science, just an accommodation. Fast forward to today. With 720, we are following the science as it relates to biological sex and private spaces, but told no, not that science. Policy 720 follows the science like we did 4 years ago. It makes an accommodation for students that feel they cannot follow the science when it comes to aligning their private space to their biological sex. When do we consider the privacy and comfort and identity of those that are biological female and male students? How does the identity of one group become more important than another? 720 is a fair and reasonable policy that accommodates the PV student body. One woman stated last week, Kate Zalzar, who she said I could use her name, lives in a small neighborhood made up of 25 homes. 10 of them have already moved their kids out of the district. That's 40% of a neighborhood. You are pushing great kids out of PV and providing private schools in the area with a wait list for enrollment. Does anyone else wonder why the very first order of business for the new board after winning is to retire 720? Why not focus your energy on the learning loss from COVID or the ongoing issues of bullying that we even just heard of previously? Even you, Mr. McKinney, passionately brought that up last week. That has been going on for years. Where is the board taking steps to address these issues? If the board should move forward to implement AR 103 tonight, I just hope for the sake of the PV students, the community, this board and administration, that nothing like what happened at Loudoun County should happen here. That's something that the district would be haunted by for a lifetime.